Hi guys, welcome back to the Colchester Golf Academy. We're in lockdown 3, so I wanted to give you some more advice and some more tips. So today, this is going to be about the punch shot. Okay, so first and foremost, what is a punch shot? A punch shot tends to be a much lower flighted shot, okay, that's more penetrating. And again, I was watching the golf in Hawaii this week. Weather looks amazing, but it is very breezy. So that's the time to make sure you've got control of your ball flight, and a punch shot will really help you with that, especially into the wind. What a punch shot is trying to do in essence is take the spin off the ball. The more spin on the ball, the more the ball will climb in the air and obviously into the wind. The revolutions of spin are only going to gain, the ball's going to stall in the air and drop out. What we're trying to do is take the spin off the ball and hit more penetrating flight to go through the wind, and again it won't be as affected. So, how do we do this? First tip, nice and simple. Come down the grip, shorten that golf club. We want to have as much control over this as we can, so coming down the grip's going to basically shorten the golf club in essence, and then shorten the swing. So if we're slightly further down the grip, we will shorten that golf club. Again, it means we're quite restricted in how far the club can go. So you can see that position the club's there. Holding it further down the grip, obviously it's going to be able to reduce the length of that backswing, number one. Number two, and this is I think one of the most misconstrued ones I see, you do want to bring the ball position back. I completely agree with that. So you can see there's my centre line. You want to have the ball position towards the back. What I then see is the problems. The amateur then tends to try and hit down into the ground with a back ball position. The problem with that is the more you hit down on a ball, the more spin you are going to create. The key word here is spin. Too much spin, it balloons again. So yes, we do want to have the ball position towards the back, but we still want to make sure through the ball we're in our normal golf swing, okay, which allows us to again sweep the ball off the turf and keep the spin down. The third and final tip is loft. So again, the more loft on a golf club, so for example, some of you are using a sandwich with 56 degrees of loft compared to a 2-iron, the more loft on the club, the more spin you're going to create. That's why again, you see a lot of players using a 2-iron on a links type golf course. It's got less loft, it's going to be a lot more penetrating. We want to make sure we keep the loft off the golf club. So really simply, okay, on the backswing, I want to try and keep that club face fractionally more closed. Okay, so the more closed the club face is on the way back, the less loft we've got on the golf club. So really simply, I'm down the grip, okay, club face is shut. The more we open that face on the way back, the more loft we're going to create, the more height we're going to create, the more spin we're going to create. We want to be able to bring that ball position slightly further back with less loft on the head to give you a more penetrating flight. Okay, so I'm going to show you the difference in the two flights and hopefully you'll be able to see a difference. So my normal 7-iron, okay, just in front of centre, okay, normal position. Okay, so you can see the height of that shot there, it's climbed up in the air. So again, if we're looking for maximum carry, then yes, we are wanting to try and launch that ball up in the air and try and get it to land soft. If we're trying to keep the ball flight down and get it running, get it chasing, we want to bring that ball flight back. Okay, so we're going to bring the ball flight back. I'm going to play it with quite soft arms. We're not trying to power this. You tend to use this if you're in between 7 and 8-iron. Grip down the 7, play it softer. Don't hit it as hard. Don't generate as much spin. So we're going to have the ball position just inside your heel on the way back. We are not going to then hit down. We're going to swing through normally. We're going to come down that grip. We're going to have the club face slightly shut on the way back. We're going to keep that ball flight down. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So you can see a much lower, flatter trajectory with hardly any shape. I'll be delighted with that shot. And again, it's allowing to keep the flight down. Wind won't affect the shot too much, and you'll be a lot more consistent, especially when playing in the wind. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll see you soon.